is another big story. This one is made national news. A General Hospital actor, Johnny Wachter, was killed in downtown Los Angeles just a few days ago. Shout out to OG Steve. He says, Dusty and Lonzo, what's good, fellas? Salute. Love you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Hey, yes, Johnny Wachter walked to his car just a couple of days ago this weekend. He noticed a group of people around his car. And as he's walking up, boom. It all turns out they were trying to steal his catalytic converter, which is a huge problem nowadays. I mean, this is what, a $300 piece of metal. You know what I mean? These people just basically wasted their life if they get caught over a $300 piece of metal by killing this actor. Because it's a national news story, so you know the cops are all over it now.
Yeah, you know, my son had his catalytic converter stolen in front of our house. One of his friends came to visit. Her catalytic converter got stolen in front of our house. She got a new one and went home, and they stole that one. Okay. Catalytic converters, some of them, depending on what kind of car they are, they have some precious metals inside them. A small amount of precious metals that can be mined and refined and used for something, repurposed for something else. I forgot exactly what it was, but it damn sure ain't worth the people prepared to pay for it, being prepared to give up to get them. I saw a brother the day though. He caught the cat under his car. He came out with his paint gun and lit his ass up. Literally, I'm talking about I'm not saying figuratively. Lit his ass up. Homeboy left there running, left the tools, everything. Another dude caught somebody under his car. He stole his car. He stole. Keep it. I'm keeping yours. When you come to get it, then we'll talk about it. Now, what you gonna do? Homeboy under his car, left his car open, left the door open, left the car running. As he figured I'm gonna be an in and out job. Homeboy jumped in this shit and took off. Homeboy, he running down the street with a damn sawzall in his hand, trying to figure out. Now he got your ID, everything. He know where you live at. He know all about you. So, man. These low-tech fools get on my nerves. Anyway, what else we got, Doc?
Yeah. Well, let's see. This is actually a tweet that I came across, and it's funny, man. It's almost like we're reading minds. It's a Gemini thing. Earlier, you said something about free the homie, and that reminded me of a tweet that I saw that I wanted to discuss with you. It says, the tweet is simple, just like this. Quote, too many free the homies, not enough, don't do it, bros.
Hey, man. That's the problem when you have a street code that it pretty much it endorses crime. When you have a street code like no snitching and other situations like that, that pretty much protect the criminal, fuck the victim. And you can't have nothing because if somebody want it, you got to give it to him, and he got the right to take it. No, he don't. And that's what we're dealing with, especially in the hood, man. When you see somebody breaking somebody's house, oh man, I ain't snitching on homeboy. What about the victim, man? What if that's your grandmama's house he's breaking into? Your grandmama's car he's breaking into? Or your car? Would you want somebody to say something? But if it ain't you don't give a damn. Nah, man, that ain't how it's supposed to go. And the same thing here. So those cats get caught, they got every excuse. Oh man, economics. He didn't do well in school. I understand that. And in some cases, I sound like a Republican, man, because you get tired of making excuses for people doing dumb stuff. It's real hard to sit by and let people continue to do dumb stuff and find justifications, textbook justifications for them doing what they do. Yes, that may be the case. If you know that's the case, find a program to put them in to help them overcome whatever problem they're dealing with. If not, what you want me to do? I don't understand. They got one or two, either fix it, then fix it. Okay? Fix it.
Yeah. You know, we got about 10 more minutes till we bring our guest on. And for anyone who wasn't tuned in at the beginning, we have a great hip hop show, a Long Island legend from JVC Force. It's going to go down tonight. We have some good stuff to talk about. Before we get into that, let's take it to the East Coast, Lonzo. And I want to do our lyric bit where I'm going to just recite a lyric to you, and you tell me what comes to mind. Maybe go a little bit deeper, tell a story, whatever the case is. But this lyric is plain and simple. The lyrics are not going to be all elaborate and all that. Just sometimes the more plain and simple lyrics are the ones that have the strongest impact, in my opinion, as a hip hop lover. But this week's lyric of the week goes just like this, simple. Self-destruction. We're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. We're headed for self-destruction. That's it.
That lyric.
Talk to me about self-destruction, Lonzo, and you know.
That lyric, what, 40 years old, 35, 40 years old?
Yeah, at least almost 40.
About almost 40 years old, and it's still prevalent today. We didn't learn nothing from the 80s. In fact, it's got even worse. I mean, when you were, I'm the last generation that was brought up on discipline in school. You guys, I think you were.
I was the last where your parents had to sign it off, and my mom never signed it off. Yeah,
right. My mama signed up every year. She had a rubber stamp, just bam, bam, bam. Yeah, we'll kick his ass and bring what's left over to me. Okay. All three of us, okay? Me, my sister, and my brother had a rubber stamp this year. You know what had it is, kick his ass and break whatever's left. Whatever you don't tear off his ass, I'm gonna tear the rest of it off. And it made for we had a different understanding when it comes to life. We had a different set of goals, a different motivation, and we had somebody to answer to. And when I think about, I just spoke about this the other day at another event, and I was talking about Eve After Dark and versus Uncle Jam's Army. Me and all the fellas was had a good conversation, and the difference is I always had someone to answer to. I always had somebody to answer to. And what I mean, Jeff D was the owner of the building. He had a club downstairs. He didn't want my business to affect his business. So we always made sure that my business was in compliance with his requirements so that we all can coexist. That was the whole purpose. So if he saw me doing something stupid that might affect him, he yank my check. Hey man, that ain't working. You got to figure out something else better than that right there. And it was my job to come up with something creative or something alternative so that he keep him happy. Kept him happy for 6 years, then went back another 36 years. So when you don't have anybody that's checking you, and the only people that you answer to don't care nothing about you. This is what we're dealing with when it comes to hip hop. This is a lot of what we're dealing with when it comes to hip hop. Nobody cares whether the artists are promoting violence, whether they're promoting promiscuousness, or whatever, because the people at the top don't care as long as they make their money.